right. Today, I am excited because we are starting a new chapter. And I know that the last time I told you I was super excited about a chapter, it was fractions, all right? And so I liked last time because it's something that was hard, and I think we're confident now getting it. I'll tell you this. I like proportions, all right? And I like ratios. I like what we're doing in this next chapter because it's easy, all right? We're going to be able to use the same type of thinking. Carl, we're going to be able to use the same type of thinking to solve, to do conversions. All right? We're going to be able to do it to read maps. We're going to be able to use the same type of thinking to read blueprints. We're going to be able to use the same type of thinking to measure the height of the school. All right? Someday in this chapter, when it's a nice day, we will actually go outside and we will measure the height of the school. Okay? So,
or the normal
the school. All right? Not today. Well, I'll show you. And we don't know how to do it yet, Adam. So we've got to wait for a little bit longer. Okay? Now, today what we are doing, we are working with ratios. Okay? Ratios. A ratio is simply a comparison between two things. All right? So right here, for exercises 1 through 3, use the responses to the survey to write each ratio as a fraction in simplest form. So, I want to write this ratio. We're comparing the people who said yes to the people who said no. Alright? And I want to write it as a fraction. So, a pretty easy way, if I know I'm writing it as a fraction, is to start with a fraction bar. Now, look at this. Yes responses were 18. No responses were 4. And it says to write each ratio as a fraction in simplest form. Okay? Now, when I say simplest form with ratios, all I want you to do is reduce it. I don't want you to make it a mixed number. Okay? So, just looking at this, Nathan, 18 and 4. What can I divide both of these by? 2. So, this is going to be 9 over 2. The ratio of people who said yes to no was 9 to 2. And I want you to kind of get a picture of this in your mind, okay? If I ask who wants to have homework today, all right, and I survey this, there might be 9 people in here that say no for every 2 that say yes, all right? So kind of just get a picture what the ratio is. No responses to not sure responses. Writing it as a fraction in simplest form. No responses. There was 4. Not sure responses was 6. 4 over 6. Janae, what will this reduce to? 2/3. All right? So, for every 2 people that said no, there were 3 people that said they were not sure. Now, number 3. I would like for you to do number 3 on your whiteboards, but I will warn you, it's a little tricky. It's a little tricky. Skylar, not sure responses to total responses. How many were not sure?
6.
How many total?
28.
28, very good. You guys did a very good job understanding what it was asking. The total, you have to add all of them together. Skylar, 6 over 28 reduces to? 3 over 14. Very good. All right, some more. At its annual fair, Westboro County had 27 food booths and 63 game booths. a total of 1,350 adults and 3,600 children attended. The fair made a profit of $42,000. Of this money, $12,600 came from food sales. Okay? Now, I want to write this ratio, and this is typically the way a ratio is written, using a colon like this. Okay? So, I want to write this ratio as a ratio. So, if I look at this, adults to children, 1,350 adults, colon, 3,600 children. Alright? Now, let's reduce this. Alright? Just like a fraction. We're going to write it like this, but the same rules as a fraction. First of all, let's divide by 10. Let's knock a 0 off of here. Next, looking at this, what number is very easy to see that I can divide both of them by, Darlene?
5.
I can divide both of these by 5. This is going to be 27, and this is going to be 72. Can anybody see another number that I can divide those by?
12.
Not 12. I can divide both by 3. This will be 9 and 24. Anybody see another number that I can still go?
9.
I could have gone that by 9. Now at this point I just have to divide it by 3. This would be 3 to 8. The ratio of adults to children is 3 to 8. I'd like everybody to do number 5. Game booths to food booths. What is the ratio of game booths to food booths? And then reduce it. The greatest common factor of these is 9. The biggest number that you can divide them both is 9. So, game booths is 63. Food booths is 27. Trevor, 63 divided by 9 is what?
7.
And 27 divided by 9?
3.
3. So, it is 7 to 3. Next, do booths per profits. Booths per profits. Be very careful about the number of booths that you have.
Oh. I already got that.
Booths per profits. First of all, Alejandra, how many booths did we have? 90. So we had 90 booths to 42,000 of profits. Now, let's reduce this. First thing, divide both sides by 10. Knock a 0 off of here. Next thing, here's an easy trick. Let's look at our key primes. Can I divide this both by 2? No. Can I divide them by 3? Do you remember what the rule is for dividing it by 3? Add these digits together. 4 and 2 is 6. Can I divide 6 by 3?
Yes.
Yes, so I can divide this whole number by 3. This is going to be 1,400, and this is going to be 3. Can I divide this one by 3? Nope, I cannot. 1 and 4 makes 5. So my ratio is going to be 3 to 1,400. All right? Let me explain what this number means. For every 3 booths, you're going to make $1,400 in profit. Okay? So 3 booths is $1,400 in profit. Okay. Next thing, you just have to determine whether the ratios are equivalent. All right? Determine whether these 2 ratios are equivalent. Here's what I'd like you to do. Pull out your calculators. Okay? Then on your whiteboards, I want you to take 18 divided by 4. If you have your calculator, by now you know 18 divided by 4 is going to be 4.5. Okay? What is 21 divided by 6? 3.5. So are these 2 ratios equivalent?
No.
Yep.
No.
Over here. $6 for every 10 people. Here's what I'd say. Just take the bigger one divided by the smaller one. 10 divided by 6 is what? 1.6 repeated. What is 15 divided by 9? 1.6 repeated. So are these 2 equivalent? Yes, they are.
I did that one in my head.
Another way that you can do without a calculator. 18 over 4 and 21 over 6. Reduce these. Divide them both by 2. This is going to be 9 halves. Divide these both by 3. This is going to be 7 halves. Are these 2 the same?
Yes.
9 halves and 7 halves? No. So they are not equivalent. Adam. Over here. 6 over 10. And 9 over 15. Reduce this. This is going to be 3 over 5. Reduce this. This is going to be 3 over 5. Are these the same? Yes, they are. So they are equivalent. All right? Okay. Go ahead and put your whiteboards and markers away. I've got a comic for you. This is bullying at its worst. Cafeteria bullying. Daryl suspected someone had once again slipped him a spoon with the concave side reversed. They gave him one of those trick spoons. Backwards. Are you supposed to eat anything with a backwards spoon?
I don't know. Flip it over?
No.
Don't say that to him. He's still trying to figure it out.
Alright, here we go. Here's your assignment.
It's not hard, it's just common sense. Oh, I thought it was 37, 38.